What's going on, people? It's your boy Leon Maz, and we're about to get into this one, yeah? Okay, so the topic of today is all men must protect submissive women / feminine women. So I wanted to talk about protecting submissive / feminine women because in today's day and age, with the emergence of the feminist movement and women taking more and more masculine roles, we are starting to see a lack of femininity in women. And the funny thing is, when we do see a woman that has submissive traits about her, we always tend to be in total shock. Because guess what? They are so rare in today's day and age, especially in the Western world. And when certain women feel like being submissive and feminine is a conditional trait. Because, they say things like, a man has to make me feel submissive in order for me to be submissive to him. Because what they're saying is they need a man that's so masculine to turn their masculine energy down. So they need someone that's super masculine, right? That's why a lot of women in today's day and age, they say they want a man that can handle them. Do you know what I mean? Whereas on the other side, men don't want a woman that they have to handle. We want a woman that's naturally submissive, naturally feminine. Because men, on the other hand, always have to preserve their masculinity at all times. Like, especially when we're in public, we always have a duty to protect a woman that's around us or women that are around us. Whether it's your wife, your friend, or your relative, or your colleague that's a woman. Better yet, even a woman that's a stranger. If a woman is down the road getting attacked, you somewhat have a duty to protect her, right? Now, we have even got to a point where women shame other women for being super feminine, for being super submissive to their men, and also preaching about wanting to please their men. One example of this is a woman will call another woman who are feminine and that do talk about pleasing their men. They end up calling them pygmies, which to me is absolutely ludicrous. Because here's the thing, as a woman, the whole point is to be picked at the end of the day, right? You have to showcase why a man should pick you to settle down, or for a man to take you seriously enough for him to settle down with you. And a lot of the times women in today's day and age don't really know what a man wants or care to even think or learn to know what a man wants. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of women might see this video and be like, well, I was submissive, I was feminine to my boyfriend, to my husband, and he still done me wrong, or he still cheated, or he still mistreated me, or he was still abusive, or he took advantage out of my kindness. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely get that. And sometimes I've probably been guilty of that in the past. That's probably due to a lack of maturity. Do you know what I'm saying? And not knowing and appreciating women that was like that. So a lot of men don't even know or appreciate. And in some cases, which has made women more masculine because of how they've been treated in the past by men, thinking that they've been taken advantage over, right? I always say a woman should never change her pattern in behavior because of some bad experiences that she's gone with men. And in all honesty, it just comes down to that women should just make better choices when it comes to men. And I'll be honest, some men don't know how to treat real feminine women. Like I said before, for me, it was a lack of maturity, a lack of appreciation. Because some men, they've only dealt with masculine, ratchet, super aggressive, toxic women who also are extremely chaotic. So to them, it's strange when they do come across a super feminine, a real girly girl type of girl, right? And as soon as they get with such a girl, they end up taking advantage because they think they can get away with a lot of things, whereas they would have had to kind of tiptoe around a more aggressive, a more masculine woman. So they end up taking advantage. But in all honesty, they should be protecting that woman. But at the end of the day, that would probably take a lot of growing to do on certain guys that have not got to that stage yet and realize what actually they want in a woman, to gain and to have that appreciation for a real feminine, submissive woman. And to be honest, most men will learn the hard way. Experience is his best teacher at the end of the day. But nonetheless, no excuses. And that's why this video exists, to let the men know out there that we need to start building rules around women who are submissive, who are the girly girl type of girls. You know, the ones that are super feminine, soft-spoken, are willing to follow their man's lead, that are very respectful to their man, especially in public, around their friends, etc. You know where I'm going. Who are natural that way and not conditionally feminine, because there's nothing better than having a woman that brings peace and also that has a soft side to her. Telling you, man, we need to protect these girls, because guess what? There's a small minority of them, and if you're living in the West, this is not what they're teaching women to be like anymore. Do you know what I mean? Especially some women, as they do get older, the more traumas they've been through, the more heartbreaks they've gone through, the more tough they get. Do you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying a lot of older women become masculine and stuff like that. I'm not saying that, but there are women out there that have been through a lot and they just end up being masculine. Like Andrew Tate said, he has to come and clean up all the mess. Do you know what I mean? Because we live in a world where being masculine and combative woman is being praised and promoted in this society. And personally, honestly, I see it getting worse. So anyways, with that being said, please like, share, subscribe. Please watch out for my next video. Salute.